difficult to cope up with unexpected pain. Hi, I'm Seema Saxena, and today I'm meeting Divya Gupts Kotawala, who is talking about her journey of writing her book. We'll learn from her how she transformed her pain into her biggest strength. So let's start. So today we are again with the book talks by Jashn events, and at this talk today we have Divya Gupts Kotawala with us. Hi Divya.
Hi Seema.
How are you?
I'm fine and thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
It's a pleasure for us as well. And I would like to tell the audience today we are going to talk a lot about the journey of Divya and her book, My Dad's Daughter here. So Divya, please tell our audience a little about you.
So, I'm a true Delhiite, born and brought up in Delhi, and I always had a very blessed and a peaceful life. Born in a very humble and an environment with all the luxuries of life. So, I was brought up with a lot of love and affection, especially by my father. And every daughter is father's princess, I believe in it, but with different emotions around it. So I got married early and I was busy with my life, had a daughter, everything was nice and peaceful, and my father was always my hero, he was my pride, and anything he ever said really meant very important to me. So life was great, as I said, but then COVID hit us, and as many lives changed, I was one of those unfortunate ones. I lost my father to COVID during the second wave, which was Delta, and it was a heartbreaking experience because not only losing a parent is a horrible, heartbreaking pain, but what is worse is how I lost him. Because losing a loved one to a pandemic where you are left with no closures, there are no goodbyes, there was nothing. I couldn't see him, I couldn't meet him during the last days, and I was left shattered. And it was something, a grief which I had never dealt with my life, and I'm an extremely emotional person. So for me to even, experience that pain and get accustomed to it was very difficult. So I was, dipping into depression every day, and all I wanted was to say my last goodbye to him. And I started writing a diary, and just one day when I was in that phase of deep mourning, I just got up and I told my family that I don't want to write a diary, I want to do something through which my father will be celebrated even years from now on. And that should be a book about his life, about his views, about his beliefs, and about our relationship, and most importantly about how it was being a COVID-hit family. So then this book it's a dust of all emotions and memories to keep my father alive.
I can really understand it. It must have been an emotional journey for you.
Yes.
I think. So you already told us with your introduction that your journey was from journal to becoming an author, published author. But my question is, usually when we ask author, they say, I accidentally became a writer or an author. But coincidentally you became an author by writing this memoir. And it's an emotional journey.
Yes.
So how challenging it was to write about, someone who is, very close to
Very
you.
close. So I think, I have read this quote that if you want to heal, you stop scratching your wound, then only it will heal. But in my case, I just did a complete opposite. Instead of letting my wound heal, I started scratching it every day with this book. Every hour I was, reliving that nightmare. How I lost dad, those 12 days of being a COVID-hit family, when dad was in the hospital, the last few days when I actually thought I'm losing this battle by every hour. So it was very painful, but I also believe that the worst experience in your life gives you the best lessons. You grow every day, and I'm a true example of that. And today I feel just because I'm carrying it too well, it doesn't mean my grief is not heavy, but I've just learned my lessons right in a way that I was very clear that grief needs to be shared. I didn't want to be closed in a room and cry alone. I wanted to cry with people, heal with them, grow with them. And that book gave me an opportunity, to vent out my emotions and heal with every page and every chapter. I have found a lot of answers during this journey. It started with a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, but it ended with a lot of gratitude towards people in my life, towards the divine will, towards my father. Just at least I had those 39 beautiful years with him. There are people who are not even blessed with those. So I think that's a whole journey by itself.
You have explained so beautifully, and I'm sure this book is also very beautiful because usually whenever anything bad or unfortunate happens with us, people say everything will be fine.
Yeah.
But somewhere in your heart, you know that how can it be fine,
Never.
or
Never.
everything can't be like before.
Like before. See, after a loss, you change forever. Something inside you changes forever.
Now I will call you officially an author. So we would like to know if you have any plan to continue this journey as an author. Is there something we can expect coming next from your pen?
So when I started, my only intention was to say the most beautiful goodbye to my father. That was the only thing that I wanted closures on my feelings, and I wanted to celebrate him. I wanted his legacy to live on. But now, 1 year down the line in this journey, I've got such beautiful lessons. I've got such surprising responses from people that I really want to go ahead on this journey. How? That I have really left it on God and my dad to guide me. But I'm trying podcasting, I'm trying blogging. I want to write another book about human relationships because I really feel very closely about them. But I want to keep doing, because when more grieving families connect with me, when daughters connect with me saying that we also lost our father and we never knew we can celebrate him like this, so then I feel, why should I leave this journey? I will continue it as I get signs from the divine will, but I want to keep healing people through my words and my feelings, because I strongly feel that grief, if shared, definitely reduces, and if you keep it within you, it is the worst poison to live with. So I want to keep sharing my grief through my words.
I think it's a kind of learning for others as well. You know
Yes.
how beautifully you are carrying your grief and how beautifully you are explaining to people like how you are living with it.
Yes.
So
And Seema, tell me one person who says that I will never experience grief. Maybe early, maybe late
Maybe
in life,
later.
maybe at younger age, or maybe at older age. But I feel losing a parent at any age, you lose a father or a mother at the age of 5, you will say, oh, I never experienced their love. But when you lose them at the age of 70, you'll say, oh, I experienced so much of their love, what do I do without it?
Yeah.
So the emotion of grief will never change, only the intensity of pain will keep changing.
Keep changing. Yeah. In fact, I think at this age it's much difficult.
Yes.
Because when you are much younger, then that is easy to
You grow.
know, you grow. Because
At this age,
yeah.
for me to forget my father, have a birthday without his wishes, see my daughter growing without a grandparent's blessing is more heartbreaking. And the most weird emotion is, over these 2 years, when now my friends and family are losing a loved one, they are coming to me for guidance. They are telling me, Divya, tell me how to deal with it. So I feel so strong, so blessed. If I can help them in any way, why would I not want to do it? Because when I went through it, there was nobody to help me. Not in a wrong way, but because we were amidst a pandemic. I was all alone. I was dealing it with, all
yeah,
alone.
because you can't meet people, you can't
Yeah.
go anywhere, you're just to entertain or
Yes.
for leisure as well.
Yes.
That time was actually difficult for everyone, even if they were not losing. Even that time it was difficult.
Absolutely.
Then what will happen to those who were losing someone from them?
Absolutely.
Okay, so related to this thing only, my dad's daughter is an emotional journey for you. I'm sure you must have been, facing lots of challenges. People do come and grieve with you, and they, keep on saying, sorry, you
Yeah.
lost this and you lost this. So please tell our readers how to transform grief into strength.
So I think everybody has their own way of dealing with grief. I will say no two people deal with it in the same way. So it just so happened a very dear friend lost her husband 5 days back. And all I wanted was just to be with her, to hug her, and not say anything to her. So when I was leaving, she said, Divya, tell me when will it get better? So here I am 2 years into it. Here she is 2 days into it. And I had no answers. Because we never know when will grief get better. Because grief comes back in waves. One day you're very fine, one day you're again deep into it, one day you're healing, one day you're crying. But we just learn to handle it better. Grief gets lighter. It never ends. So through my words, if I can heal people, be with them, I think my purpose of journey is achieved. That is what I'm looking for, and that is how I have dealt with it. Because I feel the more I talk about it, like we are sitting together, I'm not crying. This doesn't mean I've gotten over my grief. I'm not running away from it. I'm not hiding my face in a pillow. I'm talking about it very confidently, because when you keep repeating something, you keep believing in it. And that is what has happened with me in 2 years of losing my dad. That the pain is there, the grief is there, but now I have control over it with constantly talking about it to different people. So this is what my biggest achievement is, that I have got very strong control over my emotions.
That's a very beautiful answer, and it's relatable to each and everyone, all the audience over there. Like if you believe in something, it's all about the positivity in your mind.
Yes.
And through that you are, I would say, like you are not only giving them a book to read, you are healing them as well.
I'm giving them a part of my life. And if I feel, Seema, every simple life is a lesson. But the point is, are we taking those lessons? Today, if I tell you about a father-daughter relationship, you'll say, what is so extraordinary about it? There is a father-daughter in each one of us. But if I tell you, this is where I went wrong, this is where dad held himself, this is where we missed out on a beautiful opportunity to spend time together, I don't have an opportunity to go back. But the reader has an opportunity.
Yes.
So if, I actually get testimonials that Divya, thanks to you, I planned a trip with my parents.
Yes.
Thanks to you, I celebrated my father's birthday because you missed a milestone birthday.
Yes.
So these are all not testimonials. These are blessings for me, which I think will make my father proud of me. That hum nahi kar paye, somebody else is able to do it because of us. So if my life is a lesson for them, it's a very, very beautiful thing for me.
In fact, I would like to tell the audience that even I have shared one of my experience with Divya at one of the reading session. Like, you made me realize that if your parents are there, we can do a lot for them, and we should. I think.
Why regret it later if you have an opportunity today? Because tomorrow only you will say we wish we had, or we are happy we did it. So the choice is completely yours.
So we are at the final point of this interview. So Divya, would you like to give any message to the readers, the audience out there from your side?
So I think the only message I can give to anybody is that we all are, by the end of it, we all are emotional, we all are humans. So just learn to deal with your emotions. You should prioritize yourself, spend time, make moments very special. Don't wait for milestones, don't wait for special days to celebrate your loved ones, spend time with them and do something which makes you happy. Because if you're happy from within, if you're content, it will radiate as a different energy altogether. And I have celebrated my father in the form of a book, but you can celebrate your parents, your loved ones in whatever way you feel happiness. So just do that, don't wait for tomorrow, because we are living in a life where a pandemic hit us and changed everything for us. There was no tomorrow. So why are you waiting for future? Live in your present and make your future secure and your past, memorable.
Thank you so much, Divya, for giving us this much insight about the life especially. And I would like to tell the audience and readers out there, my dad's daughter, though I would call it a memoir, and it's not only for Divya but for all of us, because here she's talking about the life of her father, and we can experience even our journey through this book. So, and carrying lot of positivity, lot of healing, and lot many memories into it. So let's all celebrate our parents through
Yes.
this book. And you can get the book online on Amazon or Flipkart. And book is also available at all the leading bookstores, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so you can go through the book and go and read it out.
And let me know
yeah.
once you read it what your feedback is, because that's my biggest blessing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Divya.
Seema.
It
Thank
was
you for
lovely
having
having
me.
you.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much, audience. Keep in touch with us. We are coming up with so many new authors, new books. And thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Bye bye.